afternoon or good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with us for this episode of our Take the Risk, Take the Lead series. We shall be offering you unique learning experiences shared in person by outstanding women who contributed significantly in the insurance industry and in business environment overall. And also women who positively imprinted many lives and helped grow careers with their role model personalities. Such personality, such guest is today Mrs. Lavanya Mamidanna, who is with us today. Lavanya is founder member of Berns Brett Masood Insurance, an insurance broker with operations in the UAE. She's currently based in the head office of Abu Dhabi, leading from here the business development vertical of the organization. Mother of three, Lavanya Mamidanna has started working in the insurance industry in 2005, so she's already a very accomplished insurance professional, and she worked alongside the core team of the company to build a market-leading business in the United Arab Emirates. Lavanya holds an MBA and a fellowship from Insurance Institute of India. I look forward to finding more from her. Thank you for being with us today, Lavanya.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Yes, we have prepared 3 questions for you today. Sure. And I know you are motivated by people over problems, by moving chaos to order, by troubleshooting, wherever the case. So I foresee a very captivating talk to or a response of yours to this question. Here it comes. What risks turned out to be your chances of turning your life around?
Honestly, to talk about my personal background, as you have seen, I've done masters in insurance, which means that I've chosen to be in the insurance industry. And I'm married to a gentleman who's also from the insurance industry. So I think that's the biggest challenge and risk, I would say, because being in this insurance world and your husband being part of it, so your chances are limited when it comes to competition. So we started our journey together. I've worked in various broking firms before joining Berns Brett. I was also with an insurer. I think the biggest decision for me was about working with my husband in the same company. And I know you all will understand how challenging it is when you start working with your own husband, where you carry the problems back home. I think that's the biggest risk I had taken in my life when we started off in 2005 together. But over the years now that we've been successfully working together for 17 years, I would definitely say I'm quite proud that we've come along a lot of problems and we've solved them together, and that has made me more motivated that it's easy to take up problems and solve them at the face of it, So that I would say is the biggest challenge for me and the risk I took.
So may I ask, what did you put in balance? What factors weighted in your decision making? It's important to see your line of thought. It could extract some learnings for us.
See, when we joined, obviously, my husband was the first one to get the job offer in the UAE. We were in India in 2 different companies in 2005. When we moved to UAE, we were taken by the same company, the same broking firm. They also had a requirement for an insurance professional, and I carried the same professional, qualification. So they chose me to come into a construction department. I think one of the first factors was I didn't want to work in the same organization, but we had a thought about it and we thought probably you may face challenges, but probably what those challenges are. And if you're quite positive about the challenges you're going to face, I think you'll be prepared for it. So that was the beginning to start with. We didn't have too many choices at that time to make. We just started our careers in the insurance industry. I passed out in 2004. So you can see that it's just 1 year and you really don't have too many choices. So when we got the opportunity, I did rethink about it, but I thought probably I would start and take it as it goes. You can't really plan a lot of things in life. So when we got in, I think first 2 years were the more difficult years for us, especially when people know it's wife and husband working in the same organization. And it was a choice not made by us, but by the people who recruited us. And we had a lot of challenges, but I think we also looked at, professional life is very different to the personal life. So whatever happens stays in the office and whatever happens at home stays at home. So that's, I think, is the positive and the negative point of it. You do come across issues personally as well, but as long as you know that you're in the right thinking mode, you're okay with it. So that's my biggest take away from that, I would say. And after 2-3 years, I think we start getting used to each other, and you have your own challenges. The plus point about is we both are from the same industry, so we can always clarify with each other what we think about, the technical aspects of insurance. So you can kind of have a cross discussion. It's like a friend where you can tell everything. So I think it's friendship with partnership and professionalism as well. So I think that's, I would say, in short.
Great, thank you. It's interesting to hear how people make decisions, because let's say, maybe a trend or maybe a disease, or if I may, an emotional lacking of many women, young women who want to ascend on a career path, is this: how do we, what are the correct factors to balance? So do I take everything into account when I make a decision, and then there is this paralysis analysis situation? So this is why I asked you to give us a little bit more.
One of the, I think, important points here, Nina, is if you're strong-minded, I think nothing can stop you from doing what you want to do. So I'm quite a headstrong person in general. So when it comes to right or wrong, I don't see who's in front of me. So I've always been like that. Position is not something which I have ever looked at. I'm a business development director today in EXCO, but I've never got this position by asking. I've climbed up the ladder from the bottom, and I believe that if I'm good, I will definitely get it. So I don't really look at, somebody's going to give me so and so, my competitor is getting something else, so I should get something else. So I've always worked. I loved working, and I'm quite passionate about the industry I'm in. And I love meeting my clients, developing my business. So, that's me. And, being a mother of 3, it's quite challenging to handle home and work. You see, these days, I think young women, they either choose career or family. This has always been told to a lady, that you can't do both together. I think that's one of the biggest challenges I wanted to take on board. I'm equally, good in the family way, because I'm very fond of my kids. I spend a lot of time with them. But it's drawing a line between the office and the home is the most important thing. As women, it's very important that we understand that both are equally good. You don't have to choose one and let go one. As long as you can manage them in the right way, I think you will be successful. So I don't believe that somebody who takes up career will lose their family.
You have many women in the team.
Yes, we are a very women-oriented company, I would say, and our CEO very clearly says that women have always driven this company and the business forward. We call it a girl power. Berns Brett Masood is called a girl power company. So we kind of lead our team. We enjoy with each other because we don't have too much time outside of work except for the family. So we tend to have fun and push each other. It's very important as a lady. Sometimes in the family you have some problems and you kind of don't know if this is the right path to take. Is there some sacrifices you have to make? I think that's the time you kind of push each other, because we are all a part of family. So we call it a Berns Brett family, not a company.
Beautiful to hear that. So about the women in insurance, then, is it more common that many women are there from your perspective in the geographical area that you are now working in?
In UAE, I wouldn't say it's 50-50, honestly. That again goes back to traditionally how insurance was handled, and men were mostly the ones who took up insurance. The oldest insurance was from the UK. But when I started in India, I was with an insurer in India, RSA in India, which is also here in UAE. So when I was with RSA, business development was something that men used to choose. And I always liked business development. And one of the things the insurance company used to say, you're a lady, you cannot really manage going around. And I thought, it doesn't really matter you're a man and a male or a female. What matters is, are you able to do it? Can you follow your passion? So that's always been my type. I'm not somebody who likes to sit at the desk whole day and keep working. I like meeting people. I like taking challenges. You've seen my what motivates me most. So these are the ones which motivates me most. And I think in the insurance industry, you don't have too many people who are quite interested in insurance. They have been led by, they have no choice, so they got into insurance. But if you choose it as a subject, it's quite an interesting subject. You definitely have to learn a lot from that. But yeah, women are not too many, and I would definitely want to see more women coming up, and it opens up the market. The mindset that this is not for women, or maybe they're more male population. I think there should be equal opportunities, and there are equal opportunities to both.
I'm shifting now the talk a little bit more to you again, or back to you. I really wanted to find out from you more about the company and about the women in your company. But now let us focus back to you. So are there risks in your life that you wish you took, but you did not take?
I don't have regrets as such, if you tell me. But those days when I was brought up, obviously we didn't have too many choices in life. So especially in India, it was mostly like you be an engineer or a doctor, or you could be some other field. So I could, or a lawyer, for that matter. So we didn't have too many choices, and as parents, they wanted us to choose a secure way of education, and then look for a job, and get married. So this is a very traditional approach has been in India before, but today's India is very different to what it used to be when I was young. But yeah, I do feel that probably I could have chosen a different path, not as a regret, but as a choice at that time when there were not too many opportunities. And today I see there are a lot of opportunities for every field worldwide. So probably I could have picked what I wanted, but I didn't have any support in the sense of explaining what are the pros and cons of choosing a subject or choosing a field. I think that's the only regret I would have, that I didn't have anybody to ask what is the right thing I should be doing. So today's world, at least you have that opportunity. So, but no regrets with where I am. So I'm quite happy.
Going slowly towards the end of our conversation, I would like to invite you to leave us with some words of wisdom, something that you would go back and tell young Lavanya with the eyes and experience of now. What would you tell her?
I don't have anything to tell young Lavanya because I have been the same, honestly. What I believed is whatever you do, whatever you take it till the end. Don't leave it in between, and be passionate, and you do what you love, basically. Don't do anything by force. And I have been the same since I was in my childhood, and I don't think I would want to change that. That's the most important aspect of me, what I am.
I took a mental note on this, do everything to the end. You take a path, follow it rigorously. That's very, very inspiring for me, Lavanya. And I know that it is very inspiring for our audience. So I would pause and leave us on this thought because it is very powerful, very motivating. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being with us today, Lavanya.
Thank you, Nina.
Accepting to motivate the women that watch us, and not only leaders like yourself in insurance industry should and are, many of them are role models. So thank you again.
Thank you very much, Virtualite team.
And to the audience, we are waiting for questions for Lavanya. If there are any, please do not hesitate to share them with us. She will most probably answer.
Definitely, why not?
Thank you very much, and we look forward to see you to our next episode of Take the Risk, Take the Lead series.
Thank you so much.